picked up for 4 points and called it right off, which brings Brazil to 73, and Portugal still at 57, 3:25 left in the first half.
And one thing that I'm seeing in this particular matchup that I haven't seen in previous ones is an urgency to get to the line. I mean, I think in other matchups, it's been like, okay, this is kind of one-sided. We don't have to get there. But with a competitive matchup like this, there's a race like out of pit road in NASCAR.
Yeah, they want the back.
Portugal breaks out in front with the lead jammer, and that is Andrea, I believe. Or Blood Runner, excuse me. Thank you.
Bianca heading to the penalty box. Notorious RAD penalty box. Now Brazil in some penalty trouble. No jammer and -2 blockers. Easy pass right there for Blood Runner and Portugal, excuse me. Now at 65, Brazil at 73. They are clawing back like they have so many times in this bout, and this is just the first half, folks.
Blood Runner took the inside line, then moved to the outside, picks up 5, and she'll call it off.
Yeah, 5 more points, and we have a 1-point bout, Cecil.
Wow.
Portugal 72, Brazil 1 point ahead at 73. 2 minutes left in the first half, and this feels like it's a final game. Incredible, incredible. The battle of the Portuguese language.
I was about to say, the lead jammers are the ones speaking Portuguese.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. One of the few bouts where both teams will be speaking the same language. And let me tell you about always again fashion.
Fashion, that's something you do know about.
Most definitely. I'll tell you about fashion. But always again USA.com is fashion you can't live without. Now, it's a question of life and death. So don't go without always again fashion.
I wish you could see Patrick's shoes. We'll have to show them. They are the most awesome. They're boots, but oh my gosh. This man has taste. Yeah, no doubt about it.
I have a black and white theme today.
I always have the red on. It's just me. Anyway, meanwhile, back in Derbyland, what a beautiful move by Annie Ware, just spinning around until she comes out of the spin cycle for the lead jammer and looking to pick up some points. Bianca right behind her. Big hit in turn 3 as the Portugal pivot goes down, but the Portugal pivot says, allow me to whip you around here and get some more points.
And what a beautiful play by the Portugal pack. No wonder they just took the lead. All the Portuguese blockers went right to the front. All the Brazilian blockers were at the back, so their jammer could just squeeze right through and pick up the points, call it right off. Classic play of roller derby, and this gives them the lead, 76-73, favoring Portugal with 50 seconds left in the first half.
Brazil had the initial push, then Portugal has come back with a momentum.
Yep.
Nunda against, I believe that's Picante. And Nunda is out as your lead jammer. She's picked up most of the jams for Brazil. Huge block put on by a 3-wall there and calls it off just before Picante. Yeah. And you can see the frustration in Picante's face.
Yeah, great timing on this one. She picked up 3 points. There was one more there for her to get, but she didn't want to give up any points. So she called that off right on time. Where does that bring us?
Wow. 76-76. Are we going to get another jam? I think the clock's going to run out.
Clock's run out. What a fantastic first half, Cecil.
We have what I believe is the game of the tournament so far. It's Brazil and Portugal tied at 76. Plastic Patrick and I will be back with the second half. Stay tuned on Blood and Thunder's Roller Derby World Cup from Dallas. Welcome back to Dallas, y'all. Kay Bailey Hutchinson Convention Center in Dallas, Texas. Blood and Thunder Roller Derby World Cup. Cecil B. Puff Daddy along with the one, the only, the fabulous Plastic Patrick. Love those hands.
Jazz hands. I know it's illegal, but I did it anyway.
Let's talk about the first half of this bout, and if you're just joining us, you've missed a great bout
Where
so far.
have you been? No obrigada for you. 76 to 76. That's the beginning of the story. Two Portuguese-speaking countries in the same group, Group 2, juking it out. I think Portugal probably the underdog in this one, as Brazil had been, the team that was at the previous World Cup. Nunda, definitely a factor for Team Brazil, anchor jammer for the Philly Roller Girls. Back and forth the entire time. Three lead changes, people. 76 to 76, and we start over right now with the second half.
Nunda is jamming. What a surprise for Brazil. The Portuguese jammer already out for an elbow.
Yeah.
That's 314 Blood Runner. So Nunda on the power jam to start the second half. In what has been a game of momentum. Portugal had it early, then Brazil got it back. Trying to stay on her tippy toes is Nunda, but she has to recycle. And easily the most even bout of Blood and Thunder Roller Derby World Cup so far. Nunda coming around for another scoring pass, takes the outside line, trying to move by the very difficult, may I say it again, difficult blocking of Pinky Swear's number 2 along.
Yeah, Nunda called it right off. Picked up another 5, which brings Brazil to 86. 10-point jam. One power jam, 10 points. That's a pretty good one for Nunda. And she shall come visit the amazing Bruised Boutique Skate Shop. Because your next online order, you can get 10% off if you just use the coupon code WORLD10. Check them out at www.bruisedboutique.com.
G for Brazil anyway. For Portugal, as G seems to get the early advantage, and she does as the pack gets out of whack. And G will come around for her first scoring pass. High fives going on from the Brazil blocking line because number 12, Annie, where is she going? She's going to the notorious penalty box.
That's right. And in the meantime, G's scoring.
G clutching her midriff there. She might have gotten a low elbow or just run into something. And what she runs into is the amazing pivot play of, I believe that's Andrea.
She still picked up 5. Brazil now at 96, Portugal at 76.
Now some offensive blocking from Schrox. G getting through. Pack warning there, and G said, okay, enough. And you talked earlier, Patrick, about the fact that the jam doesn't end until that fourth whistle, and boy, did Annie Ware just take off.
Yeah, she knew she had to get through. She knew someone was about to call it off. Unfortunately for her, she couldn't pick up any points. And still in the notorious RED penalty box, there are 2 blockers from Portugal and 1 from Brazil. So an advantage here for Brazil, definitely coming out roaring for the second half.
And something I've noticed is they've actually moved the penalty box up about 10 feet because originally it was back by the stands. And I think that can really call for a change of strategy from time to time as cutting the track is called against the Brazilian blocker, or excuse me, the Brazilian jammer. Thank you. Picante.
The Portuguese.
Oh, geez, hello. The one that speaks Portuguese. Oh, Patrick.
And here comes Nunda on a scoring run. 1 blocker only for Portugal. Nunda makes quick work of that 1-woman pack and picks up 5.
Nunda has been the absolute superstar for Brazil. And That's what you call a no touch, just go on through.
Absolutely. Her pack was there to open the door for her.
Amazing offensive blocking by the Brazilians. And Nunda able to get through the block there, and the Portuguese jammer is out of the box. Big hit. Tati takes her down. So let's see, 0 on the board for Portugal. Brazil, watch those numbers grow.
Yeah, Brazil really making a run for it in the second half. Portugal has not scored yet in the second half. In the last 5 minutes, Brazil, however, from 76 to 120. So 46-point run for the Brazilian team right now in the second half.
And so many times you see it in sports where that halftime adjustment will make all the difference in the world.
Yeah, and it really has for Brazil. Oh, but look at that.
Portugal out to the lead jammer as it's number 314. That's Blood Runner. Blood Runner runs right into the back of She, otherwise known as Sky Hulk. Good name for a jammer. Holding call against Bianca, the Brazilian jammer, so she'll take a seat in the notorious penalty box. And now, great opportunity for Portugal.
Yeah, absolutely. Portugal had not scored yet. Now 10 points so far in this power jam for the Portuguese team.
Offensive blocking to the inside. And making her way through. Blood Runner picking up another 5. The pack set up right between turns 3 and 4. And powering her way through is Blood Runner. And when she couldn't power all the way through, she calls it off.
So 18-point jam right here for Team Portugal. You know, they had not scored yet. Of course, I had to talk about it. And then what happened? They scored. Rollerbones, they have a new signature series for Rogue Runner number 22 of the London Roller Girls. Find out more on rollerbones.com. Brazil now at 120, Portugal at 94, 13-34 left in the second half, and I believe we have a timeout. We have
official
an official
timeout.
Yeah. Which gives me a great opportunity to tell you about Fast Girl.
Oh,
Fast Girl.
I know Fast Girl skates.
I bet you do.
They're
being
awesome.
From the West Coast. Yes. First brick and mortar store specializing in roller derby, knowledgeable advice, educational tips, and classes. FastGirlSkates.com.
I love seeing Knee-High Nightmare on their ad. She's amazing. And also amazing, Annie Ware. As Bianca will take a seat in the notorious penalty box, Portugal with a power jam.
Yeah, tough run for Bianca in this half.
And a back block, the call against Annie Ware, so she has to take the full circuit of the track.
Yeah, past the point, which will string up Bianca, but mind you, there are 2 blockers sitting in the box for Brazil as Bianca is about to come back onto the track. She will have to perform her initial pass, but only 2 blockers to help her in a full pack for Portugal.
Bianca trying to take the outside line, but that is just a mean white wall. Brazil tried to make the pack back where they were, and it actually worked.
Tough run for Bianca. She gets a forearm call where she's going right back to the penalty box.
Right back where she started from.
Yep. And here goes a star pass for for Anywhere, faking a star pass. Nope, she passed it. She passed it. She had performed the initial pass, so this is a scoring run for the now Portuguese jammer. Number 2, Pinky Swears.
Pinky Swears showed some excellent blocking earlier.
Absolutely.
And with those brilliant red pads making her way through. And sometimes that size, when the blocker ends up as a jammer, it'll work for you.
Yep, fresh legs. She was thinking I would call it off, but she's not the lead jammer. Bianca out of the penalty box. She thought she was the lead jammer, and oh Lord, I think she may be going back. Nope.
The gym came to an end.
My God.
I think I was confused on that one.
This is when you can never be too thankful that 2 minutes are up.
Let's just recycle ourselves.
Yeah.
Picante against G. I must admit I like the Brazilian names. G also goes by Wasp, playing for the Gray City Rebels of Sao Paulo. G going to the outside, Picante trying the inside, then they'll switch positions and breaking out of the pack. Portugal will get the lead jammer with Picante. Yep. Still fighting her way back there is G, but Picante looking to pick up some points, and a lot of the Brazilians were distracted by their own jammer.
Yeah, G just ducked 2 really big hits right there.
And Picante will call it off. Business done.
Yeah, absolutely. Brazil now stuck at 120 for the past 3 jams, while Portugal roars back. Portugal 112, Brazil 120. 10-15 left in the second half. You know, it looked like Brazil was going to run away with it, and then Portugal woke up. 46-0 run early in the second half for Brazil.
Wow.
And now stuck at 120.
So Nunda will try to get them off that schneid, while Blood Runner for Portugal. And Blood Runner is the lead jammer. Nunda finally getting out. To the back of the pack on her first pass. Blood Runner tried the jump, found herself forced out of play, calls it off, so no penalty there.
2 points.
2 points will work at this point.
Absolutely.
Slowly crawling back into it. As timeout is called by Brazil.
Oh, yes. Yeah, if I were Brazil, that's what I would do too. Yeah, to stunt that momentum, that really good momentum that Portugal is on. Portugal at 114, Brazil at 120. They roared back. Holy cow. They had a hard time early in the second half, but they came back and they said, hey, we're not done yet.
Team West Indies getting ready to go.
And I bet you they carry the skates on the Brews Skate News, which is the original over-the-shoulder skate holder. Find out more at brewssn.com.
Some of the Brazilian fans making their presence known. Such color in the audience. It's just great to see. I love some of the outfits. The Australian glitter fans, I think, are my absolute favorite with the dresses. Absolutely.
And I'm sad to say, Cecil, that not all games are as exciting score-wise as ours, because at the halftime, over on another track, Scotland was leading Mexico 102 to 115. Scotland, of course, the team that took the unfortunate last rank at the 2011 London Thunder World Cup, roaring back, of course, coming back strong and really having an upper hand on Mexico.
Experience helping there as we are on the roll line track at the Blood and Thunder World Cup. And your lead jammer is Nunda, bringing that experience from the Philly Roller Girls, helping out Team Brazil. Penalty called inside the pack there as Nunda will continue on.
Yeah, that's number 48.
The Silver Surfer.
Yeah, Nunda on a great run here. The Portuguese jammer just got out now. That's her initial pass. Nunda on a 10-point run so far. She's going to go for more.
That timeout perfectly timed. You called it, Patrick.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a almost tough pass on that last one, as the entire Brazilian pack was in the back, when technically I bet she was trying to tell him, go to the front, go to the front, go to the front, so I can pass the Portuguese blockers, but they stayed in the back, and she still picked up those points. Good on Nunda. So
now Brazil takes the momentum.
Yeah.
And it will be Mila, a.k.a. Psycho Pixie, who plays her roller derby in Maui for the Maui Roller Girls, up against Picante, who has been doing jammer duty all day long for Portugal. Mila approaching back, getting a little bit of help. Always nice to have the escort through there.
Yep, low block call on 13-14. That's Picante.
Picante.
Sitting in the notorious RD penalty box for a low block.
So now Brazil on the power jam.
Yep, again.
They were stuck on that 120 for a while. No longer stuck there at all.
No, they're at 139 now and counting.
Mila just spreading out the pack, powering her way through for the points and the grand slam. Brazil just opening the door, allowing her to power through again. And the offensive blocking that's coming in there was Leal, and Leal laid out some of the Portuguese blockers.
Yeah, beautiful pass there where the jammer engaged the pack on the outside, and the two Brazilian blockers rushed the same way that jammer was going into, and then the jammer simply changed direction and went to the inside.
Picante out of the penalty box, tried to sneak some points there. Did not pick up any.
Nope, no such luck. Brazil now at 149, Portugal 115, 6.5 minutes left in the second half of this Group 2 matchup.
The pace of this game has been unlike anything we've seen in this competition so far. I mean, you could see actual fatigue from some of the players because they've just been going at it so hard.
I think that comes from getting pounded like that.
Yeah. Both jammers slowly making their way to the front, but Portugal will take lead jammer status with Blood Runner G right on her tail.
Whew. She gets rid of her, pushes it to the inside, and then takes off.
Blood Runner with a little miscommunication with her blocker. She was trying to move her blockers to one side. You can see a little bit of frustration in her face.
Well, because she gave away 2 points. The Brazilian jammer picked up 2 points, and the lead jammer was the Portuguese jammer. Ouch. Let me tell you about my Bonds, which is, of course, the Bont lighter, stronger, faster skate. You can customize your Bonds at www.bont.com/quad/mybonds.
I can only imagine the roller skates that you have. They're probably fabulous. And we have